Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for November 2022. Can't believe it's November. This is going to be for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, you can have planets in the sign of Pisces. You may be in love with a Pisces. How could you not be? It's funny, I'm a Virgo and Pisces is my opposite. So, I feel like as much as Pisces and Virgo can butt heads, they can also turn around and help each other. So anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. But anyway, so I feel like if you're in love with a Pisces, whether it be romantically or a family member, know that there will be signs here for you too. Just trust in that, because I read through energy. I use the cards as tools to help ignite my intuition, or what I feel are, I feel like our guides are pointing out messages for me. And that's why there can be many different messages within a message, if that makes sense. All right, enough talking. Let's get into your reading. Now, I don't know. I was just dusting my shelf this morning, and I came across this deck, and look at this one card here. Renewal didn't come with it, but what's interesting is I don't remember buying this deck. I don't know where this deck came from. I glanced through it barely, and there's a lot of writing on them. I think it is the regular tarot with renewal. I believe that would be judgment. So anyways, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to use them like an oracle. And we're gonna pull one, or allow one to come out naturally through your reading. We're, of course, going to use our Mother Mary Oracle. And for our clarifiers, we're going to use the Crystal Vision. Put them over here. And for your main spread, or tarot part, the tarot portion, let's say, is the Tarot Dreams. Because I feel like the whole reading, from the minute I hit start, your reading has begun. Alright, but let's start with Mother Mary. Everything's pre-shuffled. The only one I didn't really shuffle is this one, because I want it to be like really fresh. You know what I mean? You're probably like, no, Sandy, I don't know what you mean. I wanted to experience my energy at the same time as we're experiencing its energy. Okay. Well, Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Jesus. It's interesting because I'm thinking God, right? But then I'm thinking, well, most of us, not everybody, of course, depends what religion you are. Normally I never talk about religion, but I feel like all of a sudden I feel like this energy of like Jesus has walked our walk, and we couldn't even imagine having to have walked Jesus's walk here on earth. So anyways, I don't know, maybe that's a message to someone, but this is a message about prayer, and then prayer being answered. Okay, and we'll read that at the end from the book, and I'm telling you, that's where it'll be most profound. Okay, before I start the Tarot of Dreams, I do want to, and again, I don't know the name because I don't have a box, and they're big cards, like, I probably bought them. I've just never used them. I don't remember. And it's funny because I only brought certain decks with me when I was staying at my daughter's apartment. Well, she has a separate apartment from her house, so I was staying in, that apartment. And now I moved here with Sam. So I could only take, actually, majority of what would fit in this box. And I don't know why I would have taken this deck and then not used it. Alright. Let's find out. This looks like the 9 of Wands. Protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. Wow. For some of you, definitely clarifying you're on the right path. You know, not that there's a wrong path, because whatever path you choose, you know, will have all kinds of things, you know, adventures and hardships, and because it's all about learning. Protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism. Oh, I'm not saying that right. And animal rights. Okay. Next to Jesus. It's funny when I put it that way. It's like Jesus is reaching his hand over to that 9 of Wands. You know, 9 certainly speak final reflection on something. And that may be, so, let's just say situations, you know, it's time for it to come to an end. I mean, it's going to be different things for different people, because then I'm thinking never give up. Protect what you have created. Alright, let's let that be, and I'm going to let your intuition decide. Alright, we're going to let the story unfold with the Tarot Dreams, and then we're going to shuffle the Crystal Vision. I know not everybody likes that, but I always follow my intuition above all. So, let's begin. Alright, we have the 4 of Swords. Alright, so, you know, this can be a little bit of a measurement of time. You know what I mean? Like a time out while I allowed something to heal. By the way, I feel like if there's, you know, you're praying for healing, here it is. Very first card, here it is. It makes sense that we would have a 9, right? The final reflection. And listen, maybe after every chapter we have to take that moment out and allow ourselves to heal what seemed to have been broken, right? What seemed to have been broken. We have the 7 of Wands. Well, that is the energy of standing your ground. You know, especially with the first card, protect what you have created. This is the energy of standing your ground. We have the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting because I feel like it's almost like I see you like fending people off, energy off, because something's coming your way. Something, you know, from the Knight of Pentacles always feels like a blessing. And it is something that's coming into your physical world to help expand it in some way. Knight of Pentacles is an energy of patience. You know, this is the slowest moving knight, but at the same time, probably the most trusted knight. Often feels the guardian angel energy. So it's interesting because I feel like maybe someone's like, give me the strength to continue defending or standing my ground until, because maybe you feel that there's some type of change coming. The Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Page of Pentacles is all about a path of knowledge. We have the Queen of Wands. Can be in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but certainly doesn't have to be, because really what I'm feeling is this is a queen who maybe at one time took this time out, right? Maybe or, and I'm saying again, took this time out, but in another way, I feel like this Queen is someone, again, who was in the Seven of Wands, almost like fending off, because I could feel that some type of change or some type of promotion or something that's going to expand your world was coming. And the the Queen of Wands would be the queen who would move forward with it. This is the Queen of Action, passion, desire. She moves according to that. We have the Page of Cups. Interestingly, we have two pages. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. What is going on here? And then we have the Knight of Swords. Interesting, because this Knight is carrying some type of knowledge to you. It's coming, and it's some type of knowledge. Maybe it's something you need to know. But it's met by the Two of Swords, so this is kind of where I'm blocking it, right? Something maybe I don't want to see, I don't want to know. But if it's coming towards you, then it's something you need to know, let's say. And it's interesting because this Knight is also carrying the energy of wisdom and expansion, but it is met with the Seven of Wands. It's interesting because this may talk about, like, maybe I'm in a certain energy, and because I'm in a certain type of energy, and listen, it could be due to other people, whatever it is, that energy tends to, like, block my own opportunities, because I feel like here's these, here's a truth that once, or some type of knowledge, it's going to help you, but maybe for some reason I don't want to hear it. And then another Knight who is, bringing something that can expand your world. But I don't know, like, almost like, am I refusing it? I think, like, be careful that you don't get caught up in other people's drama. No, like, if you know what you know, then go, right? If you know what you know, then go. Okay, let's see at the bottom of the deck. This is interesting. We have the Empress. Some of you may have lost a mother, or you think you've lost a mother, let's say. Especially with Jesus right here, it's like she's not lost. However, and there may have been all kinds of things that pursued after that, and maybe they weren't all good, right? And it's almost like, did you take my time of, like, mourning away, of grieving away, right? Because, like, I'm putting out fires, that type of thing. And listen, I feel like it's for very few of you. But in the same breath, I feel like the real message is, here's Jesus and here's the mother right here, right? So, like, I don't need to worry. Ace of Pentacles underneath that. Some of you may hear that you are going to have a child. And listen, if that's the case, I feel like it would be something you want. You know, I don't know if everybody would want it, but I know you would want it. Interesting that that ace is under the Empress also, because I feel like, you know, the Empress also speaks about our own energy. And, like, you know, the Empress is very bountiful. Why? Because, you know, she's very spiritual. She's here, she's holding this spiritual baby. Interesting, because I feel like for some, like, you know, you may have had a mother figure crossed over. For some, you may have had a child who crossed over, like young, a baby. And it's funny because it's like they're here in spirit. They're here in spirit. Okay, but otherwise, I feel like the Empress also talks about our experiences. And, you know, like the Four of Swords is so important because the Empress doesn't allow life to make her cold and mean and rude, you know what I mean? Instead, she's very loving, she's very nurturing, she's very creative, she's very strong, she is very much in her own truth. And it didn't take, you know, it didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of experiences, a lot of going through the ebbs and flows, right? It's an energy we reach. Okay. Let's bring in the crystal vision. And let's figure this out. Could talk about two kids, like someone may have two kids and there may be something happening, and one child may live with one parent and one child may live with the other parent. And you know, I feel like, and so be it. Doesn't mean it'd stay that way, but it's almost like, I don't know. All right, let's begin at the beginning. In the beginning, we're in this healing period, right? We're healing our heart, we're healing our mind, we're healing our body, we're healing our soul. We're laying upon a sword that is showing us our own truth, right? Because we can't move forward if we don't know our own truth. That can even be our own reaction to things. We have the King of Pentacles, but he came in reverse. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You know, when I think of the King of Pentacles, I think of someone, well, let me say a few things. First of all, I feel like the King of Pentacles in the upright is someone who is of a loyal nature, but he is reversed, so it could be someone who wasn't loyal. But also, I think the King of Pentacles is someone who looks at the big picture and can figure things out from there. Here, I feel like the King is not, right? Like, you know, almost like only seeing my side, my way. Anyway, let's figure out why this King. It's funny, I feel like a card flipped over, and it did. We have the Five of Pentacles, but it came in a reverse. We have the Page of Cups. It's like now this knight is carrying this page. We have the Six of Wands. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. First of all, I feel like something is reaching you, what feels like just in the nick of time. And I don't know if this king is involved, like maybe this king trying to take, more than what this king was meant to take. And it's like I had to fend them, like maybe I was fending them off for some reason. I was trying to stop, the Five of Pentacles from happening. And, then boom, there's that night. So I feel like something comes, in the nick of time. And I feel like it comes for you. And then what it carries is the energy of victory. If nothing else, it says, do your homework. Because the more you can know about something, the more others will look at you in that way. Six of Wands is being recognized for your action. I'm noticing the lion there and how the person's just standing behind the lion, right? They're working in harmony instead of working against each other. Usually the lions represent the self, right? Like the beast within us. But this is control over that. Listen, if nothing else, it's been a journey about you learning how to be victorious in what seems like was difficult energy. So then we come down here and we have this queen with a question over her, like, should I? What cup should I choose? But then healing is above that at the same time. So that can talk about, some of the cups can be like chaotic type energy, feel chaotic, and talk about your own emotional house. Making it hard to choose love when love has been hard. That's weird. Why is everything coming in reverse? So we have the unknown card. Okay, but it's reversed. So I feel like something will be known. Something will be known. We have the Six of Swords. Well, I can tell you one thing that's going to be known, and that is who and whatever energy has been working against you. Interesting, because I feel like, again, this Knight of Pentacles is bringing something into your physical world that seems to be able to give you the ability to make a change. And the change is, it has to do with energy that feels toxic to your system. It feels toxic to your system. And this is about the moving away from it. Now, it's interesting it's coming over the Two of Swords, because I feel like I've been maybe a little bit resistant to that. However, the Knight of Pentacles above that, I feel like, how could it not calm you down? We have the Three of Pentacles. We have Judgment. So we saw Judgment right from the beginning of this reading. Your spiritual team, a call to the present moment. I feel like whatever this healing period has been, it may be, first of all, I feel like it's like you're given the way to make whatever changes need to be made. Eight of Swords. And then we have the King of Wands. Interesting, with the Queen of Wands, now we have the King of Wands. Some of you could speak about, I don't know. Like, I know you guys don't like when I say I don't know, because I do know, but it's like in my brain, I think I'm trying to figure out how to say what I want to say. Because I have two kings here. I do have a king in reverse, right? But I also have the Six of Swords, where it feels like, are you walking away from this king? And What is judgment pointing out to you? What's your spiritual team pointing out to you? This Eight of Swords. This is a self-created prison. Listen, maybe while I'm waiting for something that I feel is coming, that I look at this. It's almost like giving me the opportunity to understand that this is even there, right? That I even created this, because again, it can be like, something maybe, because I do feel like some type of communication's coming in. But then I feel something else is coming in. I feel like you need to be present. It's important to be present. I feel like some of you have been on a journey. I'm not gonna lie. However, I feel like I'm seeing both sides of the coin here, because I feel like on the other side of the coin, it's like everything that you've been through, you, and everything that you've overcome, not just with other people, but also within yourself. I feel like it feels like it just naturally put you on this platform of where you now are the one who, and I love this because I feel this all the time in the reading, and like how our experience is like we don't know it when we're going through it, right? But when we come to the other side, we see the growth that we have had. Because then I feel like now it becomes your platform. I love the Three of Pentacles here because it speaks about you, your uniqueness, no matter what it is. It can be in what you do, what you create. Maybe hearing from someone who, often feel in the Three of Pentacles like there's someone who's admiring me, for me, and I may not even know this. I may not even realize that. And that's okay. Because I feel like, funny, because now it feels very, very good. Okay. I want to know a little bit more about this king. We have the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. This king could certainly be someone who affected your pentacles. It could be. We do go from the Nine of Pentacles down to the Five of Pentacles. Listen, I feel like in every way, will you recoup it? I feel like you're going to more than recoup it. And listen, then I feel like, then you can call it yours. I think I learned a valuable lesson. I don't think it's your fault. But in the same time, maybe it pushes me because I don't want it to happen again. Maybe I'm creating my own, I don't know, wealth, success. Almost feels like this king, almost like this king had made a promise. I feel like this is probably just for one or two people, but I feel like this king made a promise that if you did something, let's say, you would be successful. It's almost like, did I partner with someone? And, it didn't work. I need a drink all of a sudden. Maybe that's why it didn't work. Alright. So I'm not feeling really good about this king. Again, it doesn't have to be an earth sign, but it could certainly talk about something that affected you in your finances, in your pentacles. Okay, but I don't think that's where you stay. Because I feel like what I'm doing is I'm creating a different platform almost. Alright, what do I want to look at? I want to look at this king down here. Why is the Eight of Swords there right before it? Wow. Look at this. And the Page of Swords. Okay. First of all, I feel like if this is a new relationship, with the Four of Wands there, beautiful. Right? This is where two people truly love each other and want to make that commitment to each other. However, the Eight of Swords is on one side of it. So somebody has put walls around, let's just say, love. I still don't want to finish yet. I feel like if there's someone that is like admiring me, and maybe I know about it, but I kind of feel like I don't, but I'm going to. Because I feel like they're going to let it be known. Now, it could be in the workplace, but it doesn't have to be. Alright, alright, so I want to look at this Ten of Wands in reverse. Alright, so I was just trying to say, I want to look at the Four of Wands. I want to go just a little deeper. Ten of Wands comes out in reverse before I can even get it out. It's alright. It was like, my guides already knew. Boy, this is good. First of all, I feel like whatever I had to protect through this Nine of Wands, whatever I had to ask my angels for help with, whatever it is, maybe it's moving, maybe the platform has to do with like animal rights, environmental right, like the environment. Maybe that's your platform. Ten of Wands in reverse. I love this. Because in the Ten of Wands, I feel like, first of all, I do feel like it's putting out a lot of fires. Everybody else's fires. In the Ten of Wands is where all the responsibility seems to be on my shoulder. Maybe this king put all this responsibility on your shoulder and then boom, took flight. Like took flight. But guess what else he took? The heaviness. That sense of I gotta give it all, right? There is no give and take in this energy. It's all give. And I often feel in the Ten of Wands, I feel like the person in the Ten of Wands doesn't really signify it in this card. But I feel like, because I feel like it's almost like at a crossroads, and I feel like part of me wants a tower. Part of me wants a tower. Part of me wants to be forced to move, to make that change. And that's okay. Sometimes we need the universe or our spiritual team to help, to push us. But look at this. So I'm looking at the Four of Wands. I'm looking at, we'll call it the marriage card. That's what it's called, right? We'll call it the commitment card. Look at this. I mean, it's like all this heaviness drops off your shoulders. What am I going to do? What am I supposed to say? Like, I feel like the Eight of Swords needs to really be looked at and then let it go. Maybe take a chance. You know, and maybe take it step by step. All right. I want to look at Judgment, who's looking right at the... I know, I can't let it go. But I do want to look at Judgment, who's looking right at this Eight of Swords that has this Seven of Cups. So, it's a decision. Tell me more, tell me more. It's almost like, haven't I told you enough? Look at this. Interesting, with the Tower and the Devil. First of all, this could be a Capricorn because we do have the King of Pentacles up there. So it could certainly signify Capricorn. But then the Tower. I think I gotta know what I know. What I know. And I gotta trust that. Listen, maybe you received not such great news. And again, I feel like it's already happened because the Four of Swords is here, which means it's been a period, right? A period of time. You know, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Wands. I had to stand my ground, all of that. Protect what I built, all of that. And maybe I lose it anyway. But then here's the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, you know, maybe you lose the brick and mortar, but I can't lose the wisdom. The wisdom is there. Nobody can take that from me. So I'm looking at Judgment, your spiritual team. Why are they calling you to the present moment? Why is there a question up here? Well, what came out is the Tower and the Devil. Listen, maybe two people want to come back. And maybe one is this king, but he's still in reverse. And maybe the other one is this king. Much more like-minded. Doesn't mean, well, you know, I'm not going to say it doesn't mean this one can't work, because I feel like it can't. Well, or let me put it a different way. I feel like there probably hasn't been a lot of change. This could be energy of being ghosted over and over. And maybe that's just what I know, right? So it makes sense that the Eight of Swords would be here, right? I'm creating that prison, you know, but it's a prison of protection. So other people may see it as a prison, but to me, it's like my wall of protection. But your spirit guides are like, no, that's not how you protect yourself. You protect yourself through your energy, your spiritual energy, because you're a spiritual being. So I feel like this is another king. Of course, if you're a king, it can be a king or it can be a queen. But I do feel like, you know what I like here is, first of all, the Six of Swords means I've left the toxicity behind. And then the Ten of Wands, I've left all that crap behind, all that heaviness, all that, you know, and again, it can be even working for someone else. But I can tell you this, I feel like there's someone out there who sees you for who you are. And do I think they're going to love you for that? Yes. Maybe they already do. Maybe they already do. Almost like they would put you on a platform. This person knocked you off a platform. They would put you on a platform. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I could go on and on and on. But let's read Jesus. What the heck? Jesus. Mother Mary sends you this card because you have a close and personal relationship with her son, Jesus. They both hear and lovingly answer your prayers. Jesus offers healing support to you and your loved ones, as well as helping you have faith in God's miracles of love. Man, does that all seem to ring true right now? This card is also a reminder that Jesus loves you and everyone on this planet, regardless of faith. He is a wonderful role model of forgiveness, integrity, and love that you can emulate in your current situation. Doesn't mean I have to love this king. I need to love myself. I need to love myself. And then maybe when I really truly love myself, I know what I deserve and what I don't deserve. And I feel like this is someone to put you on that platform. This is someone who knocked you off. I love you guys. I want to say amen. Just real quickly, I want to talk about the membership program because, again, a little bit confusing. 3 different tiers. Tier 1 is just thank you, Sandy. Tier 2, it's only $2.99. Tier 2 is special videos. I do last week I did individual videos. I don't know how often I'm going to do that because I literally had to do it in 3 parts, but I did it nonetheless. And then tarot lessons, and tier 3 is all that, and then we go live. Though, I'm going to be honest, I've had some lagging issues, but we're going to go live Saturday. I looked up the weather, and it's supposed to be beautiful, so fingers crossed that it goes well. So those are available. There's a little join button that explains all that. It doesn't commit you. I don't know, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for being here. I want to, it's not going to, my membership program, by the way, it's not going to affect my regular readings. And I still do personal readings, so, I'm not doing, I'm trying not to take a whole lot just because, we're in the holiday season. And I have a lot of people who give readings as gifts, so if you're one of them, try to get it in there, try to get, but be patient at the same time. Some people just they give it as a gift and then wait for that person to then ask their own question. So, however you want to do it, all that information is below. Even the products that I'm using, I try to attach it to the video. Especially the cards, even though they have a limited amount of cards on the tagging program right now. Hopefully, I keep writing, please increase it. Anyway, I'm going to let it be. I love you guys. I'm going to be knocked off my throne. Or I'm going to be put on my throne. I love you. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.